Are we there yet? Not yet. Today, we're going to talk about Northern Territory and the far top of Queensland. Let's go see.
Hi, I'm Robbie. Hi, I'm Susie.
Hi, I'm Miss Carly, the teacher. It's time for
Hometime
with Robbie and Susie.
I have hands.
I have hands.
Watch me clap.
Watch me clap.
Oh, what a miracle am I have feet.
I have feet.
Watch me stand.
Watch me stand.
Oh, what a miracle am Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. I have arms.
I have arms.
Watch me swing.
Watch me swing.
Oh, what a miracle am I have legs.
I have legs.
They can bend and stretch.
They can bend and stretch.
Oh, what a miracle am Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. I have a spine.
I have a spine.
It can twist and bend.
It can twist and bend.
Oh, what a miracle am I have a 1 foot.
I have a 1 foot.
Watch me balance.
Watch me balance.
Oh, what a miracle am Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. There's nobody quite like me.
Hey everyone, so excited you've come to join us again as we continue to explore Are We There Yet? I really love this book because do you know what? When my family, myself, my 3 kids, well, there was 1 in my tummy, so 4 kids, and my husband, and we drove around Australia, we used this very book to help us know where to go. There's so many amazing things. Do you want to come and continue to explore with us? Let's go. Today, we are talking about the Outback. This picture here says, at Broome, we ate crunchy fish and chips and watched the moon reflect in the mudflats at Roebuck Bay. It's called the Stairways to the Moon. Can you see the stairways on the mudflaps? It's the moon reflecting on the mudflaps. Pretty cool, huh? The next day, we camped at Woodja Gorge. Mum loved the boab trees. They look like opera singers, she said. Dad and Luke called them upside down trees. They do look like that. All their roots are up here and big trunk. Maybe their leaves are under the ground. We flew over the Bungle Bungles in a helicopter without any doors. And my stomach turned inside out. I can't look, said Mum again. Here's the Bungle Bungles. They're beautiful big rocks with lots of different colours. I didn't get to fly over them. We walked in and out of the gorges. They're beautiful. And here is a flower that she's pressed. It's called a desert rose. At Tunnel Creek, we waded through an underground river. The dark water came right up to my armpits. When something slimy slithered past my leg, I screamed. Luke said, "Don't be such a sook." In her imagination, There was all these things in the dark cave. That's because when you go through Tunnel Creek, you have to walk through a dark, dark cave and you do not know what's in the water. You have a torch, but you can't see through. So her imagination thought there was all these slimy things inside. Heading south to the Tamanai track, the sand was so deep, our car got bogged. Everyone felt hot and grouchy, and Mum was worried we'd be stranded in the desert. Luke found a tiny, thorny devil. It's a little lizard. He's not very big, it's about that big. It's pretty cool, huh? Standing fierce as a dragon, and that cheered us up. Seeing a beautiful thorny devil cheered them all up. Here they are down here. A football team helped push us out, and Billy said, "Are we there yet? Are they there yet?" Lucky the football team came along. You see their car? They've got a snake on the side, and all these beautiful Aboriginal kids have been playing football, and they're on their way home. At Alice Springs, we stayed with my mum's friend Ruth. These days were hot, but the nights were freezing. Because it's so hot in the middle of Australia, Alice Springs is here. It's so hot in the daytime, but at night you can freeze, get very, very, very cold. Ruth took us to her school, and a teacher showed Mum and me how to dig for witchetty grubs. They taste like egg yolk, runny and delicious, with a crunchy head and wriggly legs. Mum wouldn't try one. "No thanks," she said. "I'm still full from breakfast." Luke and Billy played football with some of the local boys. That afternoon, we drove out to see Uluru. Dad spotted it first, when we were still 35 kilometres away. "Wow," he said, "that's a big rock." At sunset, we watched its colours fade to purple. That's right, if you go to Uluru, as you watch the sun, it can change colours. So at noon, which is it's 12 o'clock in the daytime, so at lunchtime, it's nice and bright because the sun's on top. And then in the afternoon, it gets redder. And then as the sun goes a little bit down, it goes even darker at dusk. And then in the evening, when there is no sun, it's like a purpley colour. It's beautiful. And it's such a big rock that when you're driving towards Alice Springs, 35 kilometres away, their dad saw it. Pretty cool. One day I hope you get to see it, especially with all its colours. We hiked between the round red domes of Kakadu. The trees whispered to us as we walked through the Valley of the Winds. Uluru is the heart of Australia, a huge red heart, right in the middle of the country. One day we got up early in the cool of the morning and we walked around the rock. I felt as tiny as an ant. Look, here they are, and they're only like right down here. They're so small. Here's a beautiful gum tree. You can't even see the gum trees around there. That's how big Uluru is. And you can see it's right in the middle of Australia. Should we move Robbie and Susie? Let's do that. So we started over here in Turquoise Bay. We went all the way up here to Broome, where we saw the stairway to the moon. Then we went down here to the tunnel, and then we've come all the way down here. Oh no, we went down here to see Ruth, and then we've come back up to Alice Springs. We're right here in the middle where Uluru is. Shall we see where we're going next? Kakadu. We went on a billabong cruise. Here they are on a billabong cruise. The boat drew so close to one enormous crocodile that I could see his teeth. Can you see that? on the banks, opening up his mouth, cooling off. We swam at Gulum, where there were no saltwater crocodiles. So where we are in Kakadu, there's lots of saltwater crocodiles. You have to find a watering hole where there's no crocodiles at all. And this is one of those special ones. And look, they're swimming. The water was so cool and silky. Dad kept diving under and grabbing my feet. And even though I knew it was him, I screamed every time. Luke caught a huge fish in the East Alligator River. It was so big we invited all the other campers to Luke's barramundi barbecue. Look at that delicious fish, and Luke looks very proud of himself. Tony, our Kakadu guide, here he is, led us through galleries of art rock. The sandstone overhung were alive with animals, handprints, and spirits from the Dreamtime. Some of the paintings were more than 20,000 years old, from the first Australians. How amazing is that? One small handprint looked just like mine. Look at all these beautiful pictures. Okay, so now we've travelled all the way from Uluru, and we're going all the way up to the top, all the way up here to Kakadu. I can't wait to see what else we're going to learn about the Outback today. Let's go see. So glad you've come to join us today as we continue to travel around Australia. Today, we're not going to talk about one state, but two. We are talking about the Northern Territory and the far tip of Queensland, right up the top, close to the Torres Strait Islands. Now, there's one thing in common with Northern Territory and far north Queensland. It's an animal. He likes to sneak through the water, and then when he finds his prey, do you know what it is? Of course you do. It's a crocodile. And I have a song about a crocodile. Would you like to sing it with me? Well, this song goes to the tune of Jingle Bells. Do you remember Jingle Bells? Jingle bells, jingle bells. Have you got the tune? Okay, let's sing the song. Crocodiles are reptiles, their jaws are very strong. They have the strongest bites around, their snouts are very long. They catch prey for their food, they feast on birds and fish. They will eat most anything, they have no favourite dish. Would you like to sing it again? Crocodiles are reptiles, their jaws are very strong. They have the strongest bites around, their snouts are very long. They catch prey for their food, they feast on birds and fish. They will eat most anything, they have no favourite dish. Thank you so much for singing that with me. I wonder what else the Northern Territory and far north Queensland have in common. Let's go learn.
As we are exploring the Northern Territory today, also known as the top end, because it's right at the top of Australia, there is a lot of outback there, friends, and I have a special book for us to read today called The Outback. Would you like to read it with me? The Outback. Dark red earth surrounding flat stony plains. Gibbers lay on scorching sand where seldom it rains. Look, there's two little goannas, friends, and beautiful Indigenous artwork throughout this book. Can't wait to show you all. A desert interior, harsh sandy miles of dunes. The scurry of animals are the only tunes. Another goanna. Oh, and a beautiful snake. Scaly snakes and lizards, dingoes, wombats, kangaroos, tiny numbats, bugs, and flocks of cockatoos. Yes, there's more to the outback than vast plains and parched earth. Lots of animals need shelter here. Look at all the different little animals, friends. Can we name a few? There's a lizard, a bird, snake, a butterfly, a spider, a kangaroo. Have you seen any of those before? There are flowering wattle, desert lime and pea beneath the ivory clouds, home to the spinifex and gidgee. Oh, look, more goannas, friends. Shall we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where Dreamtimers sat under Coolabah and hunted wallaby and bird, the Outback is sacred, a place where the didgeridoo is heard. Look at the man playing the didgeridoo. Have you seen anyone do that before? It is a beautiful sound. Monsoon season brings heavy drops of rain. After that is drought. Have you heard of monsoon season before, friends? It's a season where there is lots and lots of rain. On Uluru, there are many shades on the rocky eye, browns and reds mingling into a rich, earthy dye. Can you see all the beautiful earthy colours here, friends? And the beautiful big rock of Uluru? Sky blues and yellows, red, green and white. The rainbow of colours create a radiant sight. Look at the beautiful rainbow. Can we name all the colours we can see? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and 2 different kinds of purples. Ancient dreaming stories, paintings drawn on rock by the hunters of the Kookaburra, tracked by its cry of mock. Have you heard Dreamtime stories before, friends? I love the one about Tiddly the frog. We feel this hallowed place and know the Outback's awesome light, where the dingo's howl is endless, where the galahs take to flight. Here are the dingoes, friends, 1, 2, and the 3 galahs, 1, 2, 3. For thousands of years, Aboriginal people have trodden on this dusty stand, caring for Mother Nature and their sacred land. They have felt the softness of country and seen the crystal sky. They have tasted the searing desert wind and heard the eagles cry. What a beautiful dot painting here, friends. Look at them. Isn't it gorgeous? What a wonderful story, friends. That was fantastic. Remember when I spoke about monsoon season? In the Northern Territory, they have something called the monsoon, which is when they have lots and lots and lots of rain. And sometimes they have no rain. So one half of the year, they don't have any, and the other half, they have lots. And I have a special song for us to sing, but we need to stand up. Can you stand up with me? Are you all standing? Are you ready? Since we were talking about monsoon season, we've got a song about singing in the rain. And it's a silly song. Are you ready to dance with me? Copy my actions. Are you ready? I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop. You put your thumbs up. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop. Thumbs up. Elbows back. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop. Thumbs up. Elbows back. Feet apart. Are they apart? A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop! Thumbs up, elbows back, feet apart, knees together. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop! Thumbs up, elbows back, feet apart, knees together, bottoms up. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. Stop! Thumbs up, elbows back, feet apart, knees together, bottoms up, tongue out. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. A tootie-ta, a tootie-ta, a tootie-ta-ta. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I am tired, but thank you so much for all dancing with me. You are all fantastic. Did you get all the moves? We should see what we're going to learn about next.
Wow, what an amazing book about the Outback.
It was definitely interesting.
I loved hearing about all those amazing animals.
Me too.
There's so many beautiful animals in the Outback. But the other thing I liked is when we talked about Uluru and all the beautiful colours it has. It was pretty beautiful.
It was. I loved all the earthy colours.
Yes, well, talking about that, I have some earthy colours right here today so we can share and make something really beautiful. This one here is from the Northern Territory. That's where Uluru is. It's a state in Australia, and there's really red, earthy tones. It even makes your fingers red, or even your car when you're driving through the state. Would you like to touch it?
Yes, please. Oh, it definitely does.
It gets everywhere. This one here is actually from Western Australia. It's also a very hot state, has lots of beautiful beaches. So this one is still red dirt, but it has a little bit of sand because there's so many beaches in Western Australia. Would you like to try that one?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Welcome. This one, you might have seen it before. Have you been to the beach and seen our beautiful sand in New South Wales? That's where we live. And this is the sand from a beach in New South Wales. It's still a little bit red, but it's very beautiful. It's like a peachy colour. It squeaks underneath your feet. Would you like to try that one?
Thank you.
Now this one here is from Queensland. It's from the Daintree rainforest because the rainforest meets the beach. And in the rainforest, there is sandy waterways too. So this one is a little bit like sand, but it's also very fine. So it's a bit trickier to feel. Have a little feel and see what you think. It's a little bit finer than this one.
Oh, it is very fine.
And this one is my favorite. This is the whitest sand I've ever seen. And this is from Streaky Bay in South Australia. You can't hear it, maybe you can if I do it close to here, but it like makes a cool sound and it feels so fine. And in this bay, there are so many big cliffs that are white. It makes the sand white. Would you like to feel that one?
Thank you.
It's beautiful to feel.
Oh, that is fantastic. It seems like what a cloud might feel like, I think.
Oh, that's a good thought. I like that. Well, we have all these beautiful sands from all around Australia, and I was hoping we could use some glue and a beautiful fine tip cotton bud and dip them in, and we could do some painting. Oh, that didn't work very well. Would you like one for yourself?
Yes, please.
So we're going to dip them in, and we're going to do some patterns and some colours. Maybe we could do Uluru, or what else could we find in Northern Territory? There are some goannas in the Northern Territory. Maybe we could do one of those.
I'm going to do some patterns that I saw in the book that I just read about the Outback.
Good idea. I like your thinking. When I went to Uluru, we watched the sun go down. And as it went down, all the colours changed on the beautiful red rock. And around Uluru, there's actually other rocks called the Olgas that have beautiful, beautiful rocks as well that have different colours on them. And you can walk in and around them. See how towering they are over us. Pretty amazing. So we have done a few patterns. I wonder if we can show our friends what we've been doing. Might just move this over. So now we've got some glue on here. It's not very colourful, is it? Let's change that. What colours could we put on here?
Oh, I like the red one.
Me too. I was thinking about putting that on. I'm going to start with this one on my Uluru. But you go for it.
I'm going to start with this one.
Perfect. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom because Uluru is made up of so many different colours. See how we go. Do you know, when you walk around Uluru, there's some caves at the bottom. And some of the Indigenous Australians used to go into the caves during the rainy season because half of the year it rains and rains and rains, just like in our story.
Yep, it was a fantastic song that we sang, wasn't
Yes, it was. And so when it's raining, the Indigenous people couldn't be outside, so instead they'd take shelter inside this cave at the bottom of Uluru, along with other caves in Australia. Okay, oh, you finished with the red. I'm going to put some red on my Uluru. Oh, I love this colour.
It is a beautiful colour. Is that what Uluru looks like?
Well, like I said, it has all these little bumps and curves where all the water comes down. There's even waterfalls during rainy season coming down Uluru. There's a special place. If you walk around, you can see a beautiful waterfall.
Oh, that would have been so special.
Yes, and the water comes down the rock, and so as it comes down, it pulls the water. So on the bottom, around it, it's surrounded by all this beautiful red dirt. This one isn't from Uluru because it's a sacred place to Indigenous Australians, so we don't take it from there, but it's from close to there. And all this dirt is all the way around the outside because it's all fallen off the side of the rock, but the rock still stands up mighty and strong. Wow, looking good. I wonder what happens when we tip all of this off. Shall we show you?
Yes, we definitely should. Ready?
Here we go. Woohoo! I love your picture.
Thank
and it
you.
comes so bright now with colours.
I love yours too. I love the mixture of all the colours together.
I think I need to fill some in. So maybe have another little try. One more time. Here we go. I'm going to put some in the middle because it's missing some. What are you going to do?
I'm going to put a couple of more dots around. I really like the dots in mine.
Yeah. I wonder what you could do at home. What could you draw with your beautiful paint? Well, it's actually not paint, is it? It's glue. Sticky, sticky glue. Could you draw some of these beautiful Australian fauna? Could you draw some of our animals? I wonder what animal you'd like to draw. Is there koalas in Uluru? No. But do you know what there is? There is big red kangaroos.
Oh my goodness.
They're the biggest kangaroos in Australia and they're red, I think, because they roll around in the red dirt and they get all red. But it's their fur's red. I'm going to use a little bit of white. Uluru is not white, but I'm going to see how it goes on our... It feels so good, like a cloud. A little bit more. And then we might be finished. Are you excited to see what we've done? I think we need a little bit more colour over here. Okay, you should see it here. It's not as pretty as when you see it because all of it falls off. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do you love it?
I love it. They look fantastic.
I love how you've added these extra dots with the sand. So amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've loved learning about the Outback.
Me too. I hope you all did too.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.